Help me reach 1,000 subscribers. When Emma introduced me to her new supervisor, I didn't suspect a thing. It was her company's quarterly dinner, one of those glossy events where smiles are bright, laughter polite, and half the room secretly scrolls on their phones. Emma had been working late more often lately, but I trusted her. I always had. That night she looked radiant. Her curls framed her face perfectly, her familiar scent lingering like it always did. For a fleeting moment I thought maybe we were finding our way back to each other. Then he appeared. Tall, confident, with a self-assured grin that made him look untouchable. "Daniel," he said, extending his hand. "I've heard a lot about you." Smooth, rehearsed. Something about him set my instincts on edge. Still, I shook his hand, ignoring the way his eyes lingered on Emma a moment too long. Throughout dinner, little things unsettled me, shared glances, quiet smiles, touches too casual. Nothing I could point to, yet my chest tightened anyway. I told myself it was paranoia, that insecurity was speaking louder than reason. But she laughed with him more freely than she had with me in months. She brushed his arm while talking, a gesture she hadn't made with me in a long time. Later, near the bar, Emma stepped away to take a call. That's when his expression changed. He smirked, swirling his drink. "So," he said casually, "you're the ex." I froze. "The what?" I asked, sharper than I intended. He leaned closer. "Didn't she tell you?" The words cut through me. Emma returned just as I turned. Her face went pale. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. No explanation was needed. I placed my glass down, smiled at him, then looked at her. "So this is recent?" I asked quietly. She didn't answer. "Got it." And I walked away, leaving her trembling beside him. The drive home felt unreal. Lights blurred past, streets melted together, and I wasn't angry, just stunned. For years I'd stood by her through long nights, business trips, and emotional distance. I convinced myself love didn't vanish, it just softened. Now I knew the truth. It hadn't softened. It had been quietly suffocating under layers of lies. At home I packed only the essentials: clothes, my passport, the watch my father gave me. Everything else was left behind. My phone buzzed nonstop, her calls and messages pleading for me to come back. I turned it face down and sat on the edge of a bed that no longer felt like mine. The next morning she appeared. Makeup smudged, eyes swollen. "Daniel," she whispered. "Please listen. He's my ex. I didn't know how to tell you." I weighed the betrayal against the silence. "You didn't know how? You had months. You just chose not to." She cried harder, stepping closer. "I swear I wasn't sleeping with him." "Maybe not," I said evenly, "but you let him exist in every lie. You protected him with your silence. That's worse." For the first time I didn't feel anger, only clarity. "I spent years defending you," I said quietly. "Turns out they were right." I walked past her, leaving behind the past. 2 weeks later, I was in a small downtown apartment. Thin walls, city lights outside my window, quiet. Oddly, the silence felt healing. I slept well. I thought clearly. Betrayal has a way of burning everything so completely that starting over feels like breathing for the first time. Emma kept reaching out, long apologies, promises, confessions. I read them all. Sometimes I typed a reply but never sent it. What was left to say? One evening, while waiting for takeout, I heard a familiar voice behind me. "Daniel." Her ex. He looked surprised. "Didn't expect to see you," he said casually, trying to explain. "Emma told me you'd been struggling before I showed up." I laughed softly. "Of course she did." He shrugged. "She's complicated." "You know," I said calm, "I should thank you." "For what?" "For showing me the truth before I wasted any more time." I stepped past him. "You can have whatever version of her you want. Just know this, honesty? That part's gone." He looked away first. That night I sat by my window, rain sliding down the glass. No bitterness. No regret. Just peace. I reread her last message. "I miss you. Please come home." I typed a reply, then erased it. Some things don't need to be said. Some endings are best left quiet.